Hello, everybody. This is John Evans, and you're watching another episode of Mid-Mod Money, the show that teaches you how to buy and sell vintage items for a profit. Thanks for tuning in to this wildly successful, award-winning internet program today. Thank you very much. Remember to hit like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Couple quick things. Today, wardrobe is provided by Chess King. That's right. This Chess King shirt was $2.99 at the Goodwill store. And I found it and liked it, and shout out to the mighty Chess King. Now, secondly, still experiencing some technical difficulties for one more week until I get my phone fixed in Pittsburgh, PA. So that's number two. And number three, nobody claimed the prize last week. So I have had no contact for the salt and pepper shakers. So if this goes on one more week, I'm going to re-give these away. So last week's winner, hit me up. Okay, so today's thrift store haul is not so much a haul as it is a showcase of a certain kind of collectible. Now, these themed episodes I do sometimes get a lot of views. Our Tupperware episode got a lot of views. Sometimes things in the collectible world don't have to be practical. Sometimes people buy things just to buy things. And it's good to be in the right place at the right time when someone is selling off their collection of that item. And one of those things I ran into was a collection of salt and pepper shakers. Now, some of this stuff I found in one swoop, but there's all other salt and pepper shakers, and we're going to talk about what makes them valuable, why they're valuable, and easy to sell because you'll run into the person that collects them and they'll buy sets of them. So let's get into this salt and pepper shaker edition of Mid-Mod Money. First up, these little ladybugs. 50 cents each. This was $1 for these little ladybugs. They're going to sell for 10 bucks. Ladybugs are 70s. These are made in Japan. So these might even be 60s. But 10 bucks will sell these two adorable ladybugs. Okay, next up. I love these because my grandmother had these in Dearborn, Michigan. I believe these are Corning. They look like a space needle. The holes are around the rim of so like when you pour it out, they're just kind of really different. Great example of 60s space age design. These were $1. Probably going to sell for about 20 bucks, 18 to 20 on these awesome, I believe, Pyrex salt and pepper shakers. Okay. Whimsical. We talk about that on this show. Whimsical always sells. Two little bears just hanging out. Look at them. Waiting to maul somebody. No, probably not. These were $1. $1. It's like a $12 set of salt and pepper. These aren't that rare, but they are older. Again, Japan. A lot of these were made in Japan, which leads me to believe 1960s. And they were, like I said, they were just basically giving these away. Like this next set I found. These are probably from the 40s or 50s. But this awesome mailman and mail box, 50 cents each. This is a buck. This is like a $20 to $22 set of salt and pepper shakers. Again, very old, made in Japan. You can tell how old they are because of the glazing. The glazing on the ceramics are very old. And yeah, beautiful. Really, for a buck, I'm in at a buck. Now, whoever had this collection was into cookouts, I think, because they had hamburgers. And this dog, chef, each one of these was $1. And they're about, the hamburgers are 10. This weird dog is probably 15. So high profit. Some of these are even a good buy at, $2.99, $3. Like I was at the Goodwill in my neighborhood, I found Owl salt and pepper shakers. Now, they say Florida on them, and I believe that limits the market the market for these is, I don't know if it's limited to people that have been to Florida or like Florida or are perhaps from Florida originally, but they do say Florida. And for $2, we all know that owls sell. I'm looking at 14 bucks on the owls. Now, outside of the vintage realm of salt and pepper shakers, you can find things that are really unique and really interesting, like these two. Oh, shoot, turn you around. Okay. Kitty cat and Pood salt and pepper shakers. And very stylized, very interesting. The bottom, they say Lennox. They look newer, right? And that's because they are. They are merely vintage inspired, designed in the 90s, I believe, by Kate Spade. Maybe it was the 2000s. I don't know. This apparently this is a design that Kate Spade did for Lennox that, honestly, because they're retired or they're discontinued, I thought they'd sell for a little bit of money. But I put them on eBay for like 20 bucks. They did not sell. So it looks like a booth item from here. And of course, I will be up front and say vintage inspired, Kate Spade. So people will know they're not vintage, but they're still going to sell for probably around 20 bucks in the booth. The things that scares people off on eBay, it's $20 plus shipping. People don't want to pay for shipping. I get it. Next thing I found were these. Yes, the Victor RCA dog salt and pepper shakers. Was that the Sound of Music? Is that what they call that? The dog that does that. This was $1. Incredible. $1. This is 20 bucks, probably 18. I'll psychologically keep it under 20, put it at 18 for the doggy RCA dog salt and pepper shakers. Okay, here's something I learned. I've actually known this for a while, but this color pattern, this red, blue, green primary 80s color pattern is called Memphis style. I've seen it in lamps. I've seen it in all kinds of stuff. For whatever reason, they call it Memphis style. Some kind of design movement in Memphis in the 80s. But these were $1.50 a pair. I've actually had these before, and they sell for around 15 to 20 bucks. Cool 80s looking lucite salt and pepper shakers. All right, we are down to our last few salt and pepper shakers. Every once in a while, something will come to my attention, and I'll love it so much, I'll just put it in the personal collection. I won't even mess around with trying to sell it. And that's the case with these. You see that? These were $5. And they're these little flapper egg cup salt and pepper shakers. The eggs are salt and pepper shakers. And they are about freaking cute. I would say they're probably worth 20 bucks. They're very old. Again, Japan. Very cool, very hard to find. Never seen them before. Picked them up and won't consider selling them. This is a kangaroo. Oh boy. Kangaroo and baby salt and pepper shaker set. Both with stoppers. This was $8 at Englanders in Oakland, Maryland. $8. That is an antique mall that I have a little bit of interest in because I have some shelves there. But these guys, this was $8. I gave this to my girlfriend for Valentine's. One of the things I gave her for Valentine's, and I knew she'd love it, and she did. And now we're back on track. So those are the keepers, right? And we're down to our last two, the two that I thought were the best salt and pepper shakers of the lot. These freaking guys right here. Underneath the tags, it says Old Salty and Cap'n Pepper. Well, first of all, I love anytime someone uses the CAPN abbreviation. I think that's great. But what's amazing about these, again, made in Japan, very old, but what makes these great is there is not a chip on these. These are in perfect condition, probably 50-year-old salt and pepper shakers. So someone who collects salt and pepper shakers, someone who collects nautical themed things might purchase these for around $22. Very rare, very unusual, and hard to find. So, all right, we're down to our last pair. These are the ones I like best, and I think I like them best because they remind me of a little hotel called South of the Border in South Carolina. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Incredible roadside attraction that had giant sombrero in the sign. And God, for all I know, these came from there. You can't really read what it says on the bottom, but I would guess them to be probably 60s. These were 50 cents each. These are a no-brainer at 50 cents. Even, like I said, some of these are good buy at $3. So I just happened to stumble on some that were just priced to move. So these two in perfect condition with the sombreros, that look, you're probably looking at $22, 24 maybe even on the high end. So basically, it's a really high-end thing to sell. I spent $15 on all of these. $15. And when it's all said and done through eBay, through not Facebook Marketplace, this is a eBay or booth, you know. I'm not having anyone come to my house for a pair of salt and pepper shakers. So eBay, my booth, I'm looking at $195 off of $15. Keep an eye out for salt and pepper shakers because people collect them. So again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Remember to hit the like button, and we might be doing a giveaway next week, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and always round up.